Today's the 18th? May 18th, 2025. In the year of our Lord, we are here. Mr. Shakur said, after the darkest night always comes a brighter storm. We are dealing with it here in STL right now. It has been rough. These last few days, ever since Friday night, have been crazy as hell. We are trying to deal with the aftermath of these storms. I am your host, the Great. How y'all doing out there? What up? Audience is hype. I am joined by my co-host, Montego Rebel, is in the building. What's up, Trader?
What's going on, y'all?
He is in the house.
Good morning, Vietnam.
And I am joined at the Good Morning Vietnam, hail to the Nam. Hey. And then I am joined by my boy Josh Price is in the building.
Oh man, what's up,
Price
man?
Check Pod.
House of Glass. We happy to be here today.
Oh man,
We
okay.
are happy to be here today.
Yeah, sure you are. All right, so I just want to. I have to kick the show off like this. It's been a rough. Okay. The tornadoes hit the St. Louis area, the North County, in early first week of April. I watched it happen. It was crazy, and actually went to Red Lobster and heard the sirens while we was in Red Lobster. Knew the storm was coming, and like, oh, yep, time to go. Yeah. So got home. By the time we got home, boom, we saw all of it. It affected areas, Newhall's Ferry, which is right up the street from me. Montego Rebels neighborhood got tore up. Down the way, old Hall's Ferry got tore up. But my area was good, and
no, actually, my area is good. My aunt's area is the area I told you got tore.
I'm talking about right up the street from you, though, on New Halls.
Yeah, that little.
Yeah, because that subdivision over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the people lost roofs and shit. I thought. I was thinking, okay, that's probably the worst we're gonna see of it this spring, this summer. Yeah. Man, this shit that came down Friday. Fucking London, Kentucky. That looks like that town is completely wiped out.
Yeah.
North City has been substantially hit. Central West End, where my people stay, severely hit. I'm talking about it looks rough. There's my mother and aunt are still without power. I pray they get their power back soon. This mother has been rough, and I'm not trying to avoid the NBA talk from no way, shape, or form. It's just like this shit. This is crazy. Like I couldn't even get to work on time yesterday because trying to go from my people's house. They live at the Parkway in Skinker. Trying to get from the Parkway in Skinker to fucking 40. Yeah. That shit took me goddamn 30 minutes. Yeah. 30 minutes to go less than a mile. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never to get from Skinker to fucking 40. You know what I'm saying? From Parkway to 40. So yeah, man, it's
my aunt, she stays on Albert off of Page. And I went over there yesterday to to see her and check on her, man. And like when I tell you that whole, now mind you, she's been in that house. I'm 47. She's been in that house since I was 8, 9.
Wow, man. Wow.
That whole neighborhood, her whole street now looks like ground zero.
Damn. Yeah. See. Yeah.
Like that's no exaggeration. Like it looks like ground zero. And then the church where the pastor passed away at, the church fell in on her. Is right on a corner from her house.
What?
Yeah, man.
The church fell in on some people.
The roof fell in on the lady
while people were in there.
While people were in there.
Because what she was doing, she feeds people in the neighborhood, et cetera, et cetera. So she went when the storm hit. She went in to take shelter inside the church. She go in, the roof collapsed.
Is your aunt all right?
No, my aunt is fine. That's the pastor of that church.
Good.
She went back inside the church and. The roof fell in on her and killed her.
Oh my God! Does anybody know? I got Channel 5 up right now on my computer. I can't. Does anybody know do they have a death count or anything like that at this point?
I haven't seen a death
toll. Last I saw, it was 5 here.
Yeah, I think
5
21.
people?
Yeah, I think
it was
21
5 here.
Total nationwide though.
And
21.
Yeah, from the states that got hit.
There was 15 just last night alone in another part. I was watching the news this morning. 15 people died in a storm, and I want to say is it Kentucky?
Probably so, because this hit
I
Kentucky,
think
Missouri,
it was
Kansas.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but 15 people died in that storm.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All I can say is,
What Roberts building was, that's demolished, that's smashed, and don't. Yeah,
come on Kings Highway.
yeah.
Wow.
That's where the Sears building and all that stuff
yeah,
right
yeah.
behind it, all that is just
Yeah,
gone.
my boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My boy
Oh.
Jacob, his mom's, they stay not too far from that Roberts building off Vernon, over in that area. Their house is fine, but their neighbor's roof completely torn off. They got a porch for another neighbor that was completely moved down the street. Like it's all
Yeah,
bad.
it's bad. It's
Right.
bad.
It is.
bad,
It really is. I just want to thank you, God, for sparing. Thank you for sparing my mother's life because she had to get in the closet of the home. Because see, my mother, my aunt owns a 2-family flat. My mother lives on upstairs. My aunt is on the bottom floor. My aunt was somewhere else. She had to go to the optometrist to get her glasses. My mother said she got scared. She heard the sirens. She ran into the closet. Bro, this is a St. Louis brick house. It's like that one directly across the street. You know how sturdy these houses are. She felt that motherfucker shake.
Yeah.
She felt it go back and forth. And if you look at that area in the West End, DePere, Parkway, De Bolivar, it is fucked.
Yeah.
It is fucked over there. Like,
is. Yeah.
luckily, the main homes are still standing, but garages, roofs. I mean, I just
it's legit houses. My homegirl said on social media, you got houses on the north and west side right now that if you drive by them, they look like doll houses, bro. Like the whole backs and sides are completely torn off. Man.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm really thinking about and praying for the older folks who are still in these neighborhoods that don't have the family support, that don't have the grandkids or kids that's actually taking care of them or willing to jump in, bro.
Even the ones that like it was people that was interviewing who the lady was like, I've been here 40-something years. I don't even know if I got insurance still.
oh dear God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And guess who was ravaging FEMA? And FEMA
Yeah.
and they ain't trying to help nobody. Oh yeah, dumb.
Yeah, dumb
The-
truck himself.
The stupid ass president that y'all thought was gonna be decent or he's not gonna hurt everybody. So and then you got his the dude who actually bought the presidency, Elon, who gutted FEMA or is trying to gut FEMA. So hopefully, I don't. It's so much misinformation. I was telling my mother this a couple weeks ago. This is so crazy. It's 2025. We live in a free information age. Anything we want to know is right there in our hands, and it's so much misinformation you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
But
So-
we also, 2025, we are in an age where people believe that professional journalists and news media would rather tell us lies, but then you'll go listen to somebody completely uncredentialed that's never worked in journalism, that's never worked in media, and just because they got a few shares online, you think it's the truth. So we some of it is misinformation, and some of it is us choosing to believe the wrong shit.
Exactly. And then and you're right, and you are 100% correct, and you're right, Joanna. It is extremely scary down here because it's rough for us. But yeah, man, you got folks that choose it, that choose bullshit, and then you got other folks who make the bullshit look so truthful and from a credible source, you believe it. You know what I mean? You believe
They
it.
dress it up real for you.
Like it's fucked up. But all right, we're gonna jump right into it. I don't know which playoff tiers to start with first. Mine or Josh's?
You can start with mine. I'm comfortable.
We'll go with yours
mine.
because yours happened first.
Yeah.
So I went back.
He said yours happened first.
Say what?
He said yours happened first.
It did. It literally did.
Hey, we've been in Cancun for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
now.
man, y'all been kicking it. So we're gonna go to Price with it first. I went back to watch our episode.
Yeah, I did too.
Good. And boy, you was talking shit about Minnesota, boy. You acted like Minnesota wasn't shit.
It wasn't that I didn't think they were shit. It was the two things that everybody thought going into that series was Gobert can't guard on the perimeter and Julius Randle was going to be Julius Randle at some point. Now,
I don't know if everybody thought that, but here's the thing. This is before you jump in, I just got to say this. Rebel, this first off, when this was so funny to me when I said something. Oh yeah, when I was talking about how that fan got Luka disengaged from the game and he got his sports nut off. Rebel said, Sportsnut is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It was wild.
Dude, that shit had me laughing.
That was wild as fuck. Oh yeah, that was wild as fuck.
And see, Rebel be like throwing in like little shit that be funny as fuck. You gotta catch it.
Yeah.
Boy, you gotta catch it with Rebel. That was hilarious. I saw that on the way while listening back. I was like, I was dying. But cause it was. But the thing that you said that was so crazy, he said, Rebel, it's been proven that if Rudy Gobert doesn't have a center to guard, he gets played out of the series. This motherfucker looked like Shaq against.
He did look like Shaq in Game 5. And by that time, we had seen that nobody on the Lakers was going to play physical enough to make shit shake.
Oh, my
It was
God.
what it was.
Ooh, Cola Lounge in the house. What up, Cola?
But go check Rudy Gobert stats for me games 1 through 4. Game 5, the man, he had the game of his life.
Yeah.
And then, if you look back at the series, though, truthfully, the only thing that I can say is we never matched the physicality that Minnesota came to play
At all.
ever.
At all.
And we were never going to win if that was going to be the case. We spent way more time flopping, not getting back on defense, and not being engaged in the right parts of the game.
Yep.
And shit, we talked about Luka being trash on defense. He wasn't our worst defender in the series. Austin Reeves was.
You think so?
Yes.
Who did-
Austin Reeves was a turnstile. You had 40-year-old LeBron out there gassed because he's guarding every fucking position.
Oh.
And JJ has the big brain moment in Game 4 where he decides he wants to lead the whole
That was so stupid.
Dumb as shit.
He played himself.
Dumb as shit.
Let me ask y'all this, and I want Rebel. I want your opinion first. Do y'all believe that the thing that the words that came out? First off, number one, do y'all believe that Bron was hurt? And number two, do you believe that Bron was, because what we heard after they got knocked out, of course, was he wasn't going as hard as he possibly can. He wasn't going at 100% because he knew this team wasn't that good. And we know Bron to do that with a past team, especially them early Cleveland teams. What say you, Rebel? You watched it.
I say bullshit. That's what I say.
Right.
I say bullshit.
Okay.
Y'all just got balled out.
Yeah, that's it.
Y'all got balled out. That's it.
Pretty
What
That's, but also, I don't know how true it is. I just saw it somewhere here. And it may have been some fake news, as Trump would say, or some AI generated shit.
Dump.
But when I said if he loses, he gonna think about what I say.
No, I don't remember. Retirement?
Right.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's always going to come up with him. It's
So-
like Brent Favre with it now, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, to me it was bullshit. You played. You didn't get out there and just BS. Your whole goal of being on that court is to knock somebody off.
Exactly.
So you got out there and you played.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
now him saying he didn't play to the best of his ability or as hard as he could go, that's kind of like that's a shot to itself. I wouldn't even said no shit like that.
Hell no, I don't.
I wouldn't have said no shit like that
Exactly.
or try
Facts.
to demean the morale of my team.
Right.
I wouldn't have done that.
Right.
I don't care what you truly believe about your team. You in the playoffs, bro. You got to go at it. Like you got to go full tilt. Ain't no.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe you in the playoffs, bro. You one of 8 in your conference. You got to go make some shit shake.
Right.
I had a problem with Brian saying after the fact on, I guess, what's the Mind the Game joint that he started with J.J. Redick last year, but he's doing with Steve Nash now. He said something to the effect of, it's more players on the court than just him and Luka. And
Right.
the part about that bothers me, because a lot of people, I tell people any chance I get, bro, I am a pre-LeBron Lakers fan. I've been doing this Lakers shit where we was
Shaq and Kobe.
Smush Parker and Kwame Brown was Kobe fucking teammates. Like, I done sat through the years of Chris Mim and fucking Brian Grant, Robert Sacre and fucking Wayne Ellington, all that shit.
Sasha, whatever they do.
Yeah, Vujicic, all that shit.
Yeah, his weird ass.
As a superstar for your team, you don't pass the buck on accountability. Bro.
Oh, well, come on now, because here's the thing. Kobe used to tear his fucking teammates up.
So there is
Come
a
on now.
difference. There
Come
is
on
a
now.
difference, though,
Shit.
between tearing your teammates up and saying that it's more than just.
I did my part. You got
that's
to talk to
essentially
them.
what Brian is saying.
Oh,
is,
that he's good for that. He's good
essentially
for that.
what he's saying
Yeah,
is,
he's
hey,
good for
I
that.
did my part as a team. It's
Yeah.
8 other people on the
Yep.
court.
Yep.
And the ball got to
Yeah.
go high. No, fuck
He's
that.
good for that
Because
passive aggressive
as
shit.
much as
Yeah.
Kobe got in his teammates'
Kobe wouldn't
ass,
do- yeah.
Kobe was gonna sit up here and tell you, I got to do more.
Yeah.
What he said, job's
Yeah.
not finished.
And Kobe didn't do that passive aggressive bullshit that Bron do. Yeah, Kobe
So
didn't do that.
at the end of the day,
Yep.
the team was what it was.
Yeah.
I felt like we had a better shot than what we ultimately showed, but if we were going to play soft, we were going to get killed. And that's what happened. Shout out to Minnesota for taking care of business.
No doubt.
I'm sure we'll get to it, but I think that's probably going to be our Western Conference champion at this point.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because
And Rebel, please bring up the OKC Denver.
Yeah, it's
game,
about to start in like
because they
10
about to
minutes.
start in 7.
They ain't started yet.
Right on, cool. Rebel already on it.
But I think from the only thing that Minnesota has shown me that I didn't think we were going to see was the Julius Randle piece. I had no belief in Julius Randle.
I don't know why.
But he's never the 2 times he's been in the playoffs.
Wait,
before
you said you what?
I never had belief that Julius Randle was going to do what he's been doing consistently this playoff.
I don't know why.
Damn.
I don't know why.
The couple times he's been in the playoffs, he's played trash.
The only reason I say I don't know why, Josh, is because why is this thing not acting right? The reason why I say that is because my man had something to prove. He got jettisoned from New York where he wanted to fucking be. My
feel
bad.
that.
He lost his team to Brunson. That's number one that happened.
Yep.
Then after that, he got jettisoned from their ass. They ejected him in Minnesota. And then they sent him with his teammate, but he wasn't close to DiVincenzo like that. He had something to prove. And guess what? This Randall is the Randall we saw is the Randall that the damn Fakers was talking about when they drafted him. And the one that people said that, well, y'all may regret trading him to New Orleans to get AD because he's gonna be good. And we see what's up with him. And he's not dealing with injuries. I really think y'all underestimated him. I think you overestimated your coach and that team that was just put together. That team was literally just thrown together. What was it, February of this year? Your coach was the coach that we thought he would be, inexperienced and immature. That thing he said after the season when y'all got eliminated, talking about we had some people on our team that were in shape, but there were some that weren't. That's that passive aggressive Bron bullshit.
Call it out.
Call it out. Say Luka wasn't in fucking shape. Say it, but guess what? Y'all ripped Luka from his goddamn home in the middle of the fucking season. What'd you expect? Like, y'all weren't gonna. That's why I was so shocked that you said what you said April 13th when we had that episode, because y'all were not ready. Y'all had just got thrown together.
So here's my thing with the just getting thrown together, though. The teams that we played that ended up being playoff teams after that trade, we either held up or we beat them.
I know, Josh, but
So what I'm saying is, though, if all I have to go off of is that small body of work, and the small body of work shows that we can hang with these teams, I'm not going to think, oh, we're going to go get killed. Why should I believe that based on what I saw?
For the same reason that Rebel and I said, and I remember but both of us said it, it's not the playoffs. The playoffs
and
is different.
And I completely understand that. And yet, when it was all said and done, we let them get the split game 1 and 2. We went to Minnesota and had leads in game 3 and 4 and blew it. That's all it was.
Yep. And the crazy part is, y'all got beat by Minnesota. And Ant-Man did not even really. He only had like what, one good game in that series?
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man didn't.
But that's part of the softness, though.
Wow.
Nobody looked at that and said, "Hey, man, we got these motherfuckers on the ropes. Let's go ahead and take the fucking head off the snake."
Right.
Like, no. And again, I would think LeBron being the player that he says he still is, because this is the hard part I have with LeBron as a Lakers fan. I can't sit here and trash LeBron because at the end of the day, Bron was willing to go out to LA when other superstars wasn't fucking with us.
What? Oh, come on. But you don't give him. I don't give him a pass for that.
So I'm not giving him a pass. But what I'm saying is, as somebody who's a fan of the team, I'm not finna sit here and trash the man because he didn't have to come to LA. But at the same time, when you make that choice, you understand that what comes with that, you can't be the one passing the buck. You can't be the one. You can't be the one dodging accountability. You can't be the one saying, "Hey, I'm just one of 10 guys." You got to say, "Hey, this shit starts and ends with me," even after getting Luka.
Price, I get that, but what I'm not going to do is give this man props for going to fucking LA. You had the greatest, one of the greatest players ever to play basketball in Magic Johnson recruit you. You're going to LA. You're going to further your brand. You know you can't do that shit in Miami or Cleveland. That was a win-win for him. I'm not giving him props for going to LA.
I'm not saying everybody has to give him props. What I'm saying is I'm not going to just down the man just because of the fact that this shit ain't been I can't even say it ain't been most successful. It ain't been what LeBron fans specifically would make you think that his LA tenure was supposed to be.
Right. Okay, I hear you. All right. Well,
makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that money. Thank you.
We pay debts.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do.
We pay debts.
And speaking of debts, here we go. Here we go with this bullshit. All right. So, as y'all can see, my co-host, y'all look at him. This is the same man who in March of this year said, I don't believe in the Knicks. The Knicks always lose. They're trash. I want to say you was here for that episode, Josh. I think you was.
So I think the question that you posed specifically, if I remember that episode correctly, was who did we believe in the East besides the Celtics?
Okay.
And neither of us were very confident in the New York Knicks.
Exactly.
None of us were confident in this dude.
Exactly.
This man hits me up. I thought it was after game 2. I've been proven wrong. Proven wrong. He has receipts. Yep. You know what I mean?
I keep those.
Let me set it up.
My baby mama taught me to keep receipts.
Shit. My mama and grandmama did too when I was trying to take shit back. All right, so look, this man hits me up after game 1. I guess I thought it was game 2, but he hits me up.
It was actually during the game.
Bro, it was after the game. It was
8:57 Central was the time.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Knicks versus Pacers is so old school. Oh yeah, Knicks versus Pacers is gonna be the shit.
Yes,
Joe, we gonna get there.
Please.
This man hits me up after the game talking about he wants to bet. I'm like, how you gonna ask me about a bet after the series done started and we lost? But I'm confident.
No, that's not. The
game was over. The game was over.
That's not how the conversation.
The game was over.
Is that how the conversation went?
The game was over.
No, you read it. Is that how the conversation went?
The fuck out of here.
All I said was, and I'm paraphrasing because I'm going live on my phone, so I don't have the exact words. But all I said was, I asked him, "Damn, you cool? That was a good game."
You said wrong?
Yeah, but the wrong team won. Then he goes off into all this other shit. He said, dude, you're not even a Knicks fan. I said, I'm not. I'm from New York. I like the gear. I wear it. That's all you see me wear.
No, that's not all I see you wear. I've never seen you wear anything orange ever.
All I wear is New York gear, bro.
Yeah, everything other than Knicks. Matter of fact, the only New York gear you wear is the Yankees, my dude. What are you talking about? Rick?
I can go back just to prove him wrong. I can go back into the archives and show where I have on Knicks gear.
Show me. I live in Missouri.
Okay,
show me stuff.
I'm glad you said
Please,
that.
show me.
As soon as we get off the air.
No, show it now. We here.
I'm going live on my phone. I can't show you.
Oh, he going live.
But I want you to go live when I show you, so you can say he got me again.
We can. I'll go back live.
Cool.
We'll go back live.
So let's get to this. So I say, after he get to doing all this, you ain't even a Knicks fan. Nah. Okay, we'll bet something then. Yep. That's what, didn't I? That's exactly what I said. Okay, well, since I'm not a Knicks fan and you're a Boston fan, bet something. He said, make it easy or whatever he said. I said, we can bet 500. He said, a game? I said, no, on the series. But they already up one. I said, but this is your Boston Celtics we talking about. This is your Celtics.
As a side note for the folks watching, the Celtics had a 20-point lead in that game.
Facts.
Just for
the first two.
So I say, okay.
Every game they had a.
So I said, okay. I don't really give a shit about the money. It ain't even about the money. For me, it's about the humiliation. That's what it is for me.
What it's gonna look like?
It's for the humiliation for me. So
this fucking guy.
Keep your money. We ain't even gotta do the money. I ain't messed up about no money. You wear that jersey, and I have to wear one if I lose. So he says, you got to wear the Paul Pierce jersey because he has an issue with Paul Pierce because of a certain situation that happened with one of my homies. So I said, I can't do that. That's disrespectful to my peoples, but I will wear a Boston jersey. Yeah. Anybody but Paul Pierce. Okay, cool. Tell him you got to wear a Knicks joint. That's what we own. Okay, bet. Now, mind you, the series was what? Lasted about, what, a week?
Week and a half.
Week and a half?
Yeah, 6 games.
Okay. I already have a Boston jersey in case I lost. I'm going to give it to my son to wear.
Sure.
But I got one in case I lost.
Sure.
I'm coming in today expecting to see my Knicks jersey on this man. I told you it ain't gonna be here in time.
I got the Biggie shirt. I'm repping New York.
No. That's no.
This your New York
Christopher.
No. He didn't even. Oh, that's a whole nother.
He didn't even what? What you about to say about Mr. Notorious?
What I was going to say is he didn't even live the life he lived and got the respect that people thought he did until he died.
He hustled. What you expect him to do? He ain't killed nobody, but he hustled. What you talking about?
He hustled what?
He hustled drugs. He sold. What you talking about?
Again. We ain't gonna do this, man.
okay.
We not gonna do this, man. We not gonna do this, man. We not gonna listen.
We're not gonna sit here and act like Big E never sold no drugs.
I didn't say the man didn't sell drugs. Everybody in the projects in New York sold drugs.
He didn't even live in the projects.
Yes, he did.
St. James ain't a project.
Bro, the man lived in the projects, bro, on Fulton Street, bro.
But St. James Ave, they lived in. I thought they lived in the what is it? What's it called? Not
Before they moved into that brownstone, he lived in the projects, man.
Okay, well, I'm talking about. Yeah.
I lived 2 streets up from the dude. When Tupac hit him up, everybody was playing. He wouldn't come out his car. He would sit in front of the weed spot and wouldn't get out the car.
Well,
this one, man, anyway, like I said, that's a whole nother story.
But
off, I'm coming in expecting to see my Knicks jersey on the brother. I don't see that. So, yeah, it should be here this week, right? So next Sunday, y'all, tune in. You can't wear the Boston hat with the jersey because that's disrespectful.
Oh, yeah, it works.
That's disrespectful.
It works. All right. Can I give my retort?
Are
you okay?
Go ahead,
All right,
sir.
Time for my retort. All right. Here's the thing. First off, there will be no Christopher Wallace negative slander on this show. If there's something that you need to say about dude that was untrue about his history, you need to let us know. But yeah. I am not here for none of that, and I've never heard.
I can make the phone calls on. We can do a whole nother show, and I can do a whole live.
We can do a whole and have them call. Matter of fact, speaking of, they can call this number right here 515-599-1687. 515-599-1687. Those of you, Joanna, if you would like to call in, 515-599-1687. I do not see the phone over here.
There's some other shit about Biggs y'all don't know.
Shit, tell me. But what is it? So we're not here for the slander. But all right. Well, what we're gonna do is when my man hit me with this fugazi ass bet. What? Oh, there it is. Yeah, bet. When my man hit me with that fugazi ass bet, like I said, it was after we had already lost. And what is it? I'm hype, of course. Exactly. There you go. She just said it. Don't mess with Biggie. Joe know what it is. Joe is strong supporter of a high off the glass.
Only reason he ain't in court right now is because he passed away. I'm gonna tell you that.
Watch him out. That's what you're not gonna do.
I'm gonna tell you that.
That's my boy. Watch him out.
And I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm gonna tell you that.
You live there. I don't know about from.
What is it? From Brooklyn.
So this fugazi ass bet he gave me. We had to figure it out. I had to help him out with it because wasn't nobody doing no $500 after they already down the game. That's dumb. I was thinking about maybe 100.
He the one with the.
Man, you ain't no New York fan, and I'm a Duke man. They gon'
yeah, exactly. Does
so put your money on it, then. Shut up.
Yeah.
Put your money on it.
So anyway, I'm like, I got another bet, and y'all will see this with my guy Cologne in New Jersey. I got a bet with him. We got to read out. Shit to each other and shit. He's gonna have like 5 statements about the Knicks and shit. I'm gonna have to read it. You may take some joy out of that. Probably you too.
I'm gonna love it.
So I'm gonna post this shit online.
I'm gonna love it.
In every Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna do that for him. And then in that vein, I brought the jersey. I think. Did I bring up the?
I did.
You brought up the jersey.
I said, don't worry about the money because we couldn't decide. Because I said, well, since you're so confident in your team, make it $500 for the whole series. They still
pass the money, but the jersey thing. You came up with the jersey.
Yes, and then I said, okay, I don't even care about the money.
Right.
It's about the humiliation for me.
So
put that jersey on.
So we got the jersey
because I know that'll hurt your heart.
The cool part is I get to pick the player because he didn't even, he didn't specify and shit.
I don't care.
So I'm so glad he didn't, I'm cool because I'm going to get somebody from the 90s that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't
care. As long as it's a Knicks jersey.
As it's not Brunson, OG, Hart, none of them cats playing I'm cool. So that's that. I'll have that. I will definitely pay that off. And I'm going to tell y'all like this, right? No bullshit.
What you gonna do with the jersey once the day is over and the bet is over?
I'll probably I don't know no Knicks fan, so probably burn it.
Don't burn it.
That's probably it.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you'll do. You ain't no Knicks fan, so again, I don't know no Knicks fan, so I may just burn it or give it to your ass.
I'll take it. It'll go in my man cave on the wall.
Okay, right on. It's gonna be the cheapest fucking thing I can find.
That's cool.
Anyway, matter of fact, it's gonna be hard to find a raggedy ass replica. eBay. There it is. Fuck Mitchell and Ness, because I sure was thinking Mitchell and Ness. We going with eBay on this. So
See how you people do you.
I had a feeling. This is when I got this feeling. I'm not gonna lie. When we couldn't beat the fuck out of Cleveland, and when we couldn't win a game against OKC, I low key thought, oh shit. These cats ain't gonna do it this year. They not gonna fucking do it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say shit. Maybe this is just a regular season. It's early, but you can't kick this Cleveland team's ass. That's not that fucking good. And this OKC team is outrunning you. They're outrunning you and outscoring you. Fuck. So what is it? I knew it was going to be a problem for us this year. I didn't know if it was going to be injuries. I don't know if it was going to be, we did it to ourselves like years prior. I don't know. I didn't know. But boom, as we saw it, injuries. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can't call and keep watching at the same time. Oh, okay. Well, you can, Joe, if you get another device, just watch us on your computer. But here's the thing. I knew it was over. Even I'll keep it a buck. Even if we had JT, I don't think we would have won this year. I really don't. But I know if we had JT, we would have won that fucking series. We really would have. I was disappointed in how my boys played in Game 6 in the Garden. You won Game 3 in the Garden. You did your thing there. They were out of step on defense. They were discombobulated on defense. They were always behind a step. The Knicks were ahead of them in every facet of the game. They didn't look, and the one thing that they didn't look shook in Game 6 like they did in the first two games when they lost. They just looked like fuck, we can't hit shit. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what it was. Find out now that JB been dealing with a partially tear meniscus. I don't know how the fuck you can hoop on that.
Well, we kind of last episode.
Yeah.
We also touched on this.
Yup.
You didn't like that Jaylen Brown was getting shots in his knee.
Yup.
Because as I've heard, Bomani Jones say on his podcast also, if somebody's getting injections in their knees, that's not the first thing they're trying.
Right.
This is like a last resort. Like, this is the only thing that is going to be able to allow you to play on this.
Right. You know
so,
what I'm saying?
Who's to say how bad that knee really was when it was all said and done?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
February 19th, 2023.
Oh, see, what you find
No, I'm just looking at some stuff, man. I'm just looking at
he got a picture of him wearing Knicks shit?
I'm just looking at some shit.
Wow,
man.
I'm sure, yeah.
And that was 2023, right?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 years ago?
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just checking.
Wow. Okay, show
And
me.
that was in February, and this is in what, June of 23?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that's you.
Oh, okay.
That's not you on High Off the Glass. That's you on.
No. That's just me representing.
Oh, that's just you repping.
Yeah.
Rocking your. Oh, okay.
23.
All right,
Yeah, June. Yeah.
So you look like a little kid in that picture.
No, don't worry about it. I always do.
All right. It looks so long ago. So, yeah.
Oh, here's 2022. Damn, there's another one.
Okay.
Okay.
He actually a Knicks fan now.
Cool.
Look at this. Never heard this before, Price. Never heard this before. But anyway.
See, you're confusing
being
a Knicks fan with representing my home.
You rep the crib. Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
That's
all.
all.
Okay.
But you can't find one picture of me wearing no Cardinals. Nothing. Blues, nothing.
I hear you.
That's just not what I do.
But you born here, though. I know you live there.
I was born here. I was raised there.
But when we had you on, we did the origin show. You know
I
what?
said
I
said I was born here up until the age of what?
5.
No, 9.
9.
And then I moved
then went over there. Okay.
I'm 47 now.
Okay. And then you went from BK to Delaware.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Jersey,
Right.
Newport News, Virginia.
He's from here. All right. So anyway, again, you got your rearing on the East Coast. Like, I mean, I love it. That's why me and you connect. I get it.
Yeah.
But this team they locked. I don't want to say they locked down D White. But they had terrific defense on D White. And like I've been saying all year with this team, and y'all know this because y'all watch basketball, and y'all know the game. The engine of this team is not the Jays. It is Drew Holiday and D White. If D White and Drew Holiday go off, we are good. Because I've said this a million times, they are the comfort blanket for the Jays and that team. And
Yo,
Derek,
one of y'all boys snapped. I was surprised by him.
Who?
Cornette,
Cornette, yeah.
Cornette.
He
clowned.
He clowned,
He clowned,
man.
yeah,
He
he did.
he showed his ass,
blocks
bro.
of scrap.
Motherfucker had a reverse dunk.
That's the time.
He ended it with a reverse dunk.
That's
Stop
the,
it.
He's been waiting on that moment.
When was the last time you saw a white boy with a reverse dunk? Like
It's
Mac
been a minute.
McClung, maybe? Like
He was going off, man.
Like he was. You know what I'm saying?
And he had me nervous as hell.
I know you did. I know he did. And he was doing what he's supposed to do because he has that size. But I don't know why D White is scared of mid ranges. I don't know why that's not his friend. He does not like mid range jumpers. He does not like them. He does not take them. It makes no sense to me. He could be open and will either
Pass it.
hopefully go to the cup, or try to go back to that 3-point line. He will not shoot a mid range. I don't understand that. He shoots more threes than twos. But, and the other thing, too, I don't know if Cornette got the same. If y'all got time, feel free to look it up. I don't know if Cornette got the same amount of minutes in Game 6 that he got in Game 5. Because in Game 5, he got extended minutes. And he had to get it because the same reason. KP's not giving us nothing because he's dealing with that damn illness. He doesn't have energy. And some big needs to be out there. And Al just wants to shoot fucking threes. Like, Al, when Al takes that mid-range, he can still drain it. I don't understand. He won't post up people in that paint like he needs to. I don't want to knock a Horford because Horford is an Iron Man and he's my favorite veteran player in this league. But yeah, man, it's just we just didn't have it. We just didn't have it, and it's fucking disheartening. It's sad as shit. Now the thing that I don't like now. It's how everybody's ready to throw. It's like y'all motherfuckers act like we the goddamn act like we the baby Dubs or something. Like we a low key dynasty.
He had 26 minutes in Game 5, 21 minutes in Game 6.
See, less minutes. He played 5 less minutes. I don't understand that.
He had 10 points in Game 5 and 5 points in Game 6.
There you go. And what you look for with him, you don't even need him for scoring.
7 blocks. He was knocking. He was denying some.
He was blocking all shit. Yeah, like you know, what I'm saying, and he got a few blocks off in Game 6, but he just wasn't impactful.
He had 1 block in Game 6, 7 blocks in Game 5.
And I'm not gonna lie too. How many blocks in Game 6?
1.
1.
And it had 7 in Game 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I saw a lot of this, and this is grown man. This is NBA basketball, and this is definitely playoff basketball. It was a lot of shoves in the back, shoves out the way. There was a lot of calls going Knicks' way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even. I'm not even going.
When?
In that Game 6, I'm not gonna fucking lie. Let's and feel free. I promise you, go back and peek that game.
That may be true. That may be
Because
true.
there was a
But
lot
the same thing I text you that night.
Oh my God.
The same thing I text you that night, and you what was your response to me?
You was talking
Man,
about the fucking calls.
I said, man, these calls. I'm talking about every time Boston touched the ball. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh,
So then when I said something
you
to
said that
you,
in Game 6. You didn't say
no, that wasn't Game 6.
You said that in Game 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Game 6.
So when I said that, his response to me though was, "A W is a W. We'll take it how we get it."
I didn't say. First of all, I don't talk like that. But I did not say W's and please. Yes, go ahead.
I am so glad.
Go ahead.
I'm so glad I keep receipts, man.
I'm gonna go ahead. While you looking that up, let's let Josh. Josh, get your thing off, man, because I know you was happy to see us lose.
Of course. I love everything about the Celtics losing. Forget Lucky. Forget Paul Pierce. Forget Lucky Charms, all that shit. We very happy to see
Unlucky Charms in the group.
I just, of course, I'm an old school NBA fan in the sense that I want to see you go down at full strength. I don't want to see anybody have to lose because of a major injury like what happened to JT.
Right, like come on, man. Like, but hold up, read his text. He won't show me.
What did I say? I don't need to. All these.
I don't need that. Fucked up.
What do you say? What do you say?
We got the dub. All that matters.
Oh damn, I said that. Okay.
Yeah, that's just what you said,
right.
man.
But hold up. But again, I don't think the call, man, really, we outplayed y'all in that game, and you know that. I don't think the calls decided.
It definitely did,
the calls
man.
did not decide that game for us in Game 5. Are you
Listen,
serious?
What game was that?
So those calls made Luke Cornett get a reverse dunk and get 7 blocks.
What game was that? What game was that Wednesday? Which game was that Wednesday?
And Jay Brown go off. Huh?
Whatever game that was Wednesday, when y'all was getting all them calls. That's
Game 5.
Okay,
Game 5.
So
Yeah.
that game, bro. Who else? Munson fouled out.
Look at the free throw differential. Just look at that. Look at that. That'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, let's do
Now
that.
Go ahead, Josh.
But yeah, it's always a great day when the Celtics lose. So very happy to see it. Didn't really even so. After game 1, I looked at it like, oh, that's kind of fucked up that they let them come back and win. But the Celtics probably can still pull this shit off.
You trip off it.
Then it happened again in game 2. I'm like, okay, so y'all didn't learn shit.
Yeah.
Because y'all kept going out there bricking threes and kept taking them,
Yeah.
and kept letting these guys back in the game. And I felt like once they took game 2, it reminded me a lot of that second Eastern Conference Finals y'all had against Miami that y'all lost in 23 or whatever.
The one that we lost in Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it just felt like y'all were going back to the well on stuff that
It
y'all
was
know.
reminding me of that too, bro. Like,
That y'all know didn't really work that well. Like
but the difference between that one, though, and that one, we won 3 straight games, and this one, we only got staggered wins.
Yeah.
And shit.
So
ain't but 2 of them.
I mean, but I'm interested to see what y'all decide to do in the offseason. Because y'all got, new ownership. Apparently, they trying to duck out of that luxury tax bill. So, probably some guys that's going to be on the move. And it's also going to be, interesting to see how they play JT recovery. So, hopefully for him, he comes back at the appropriate time and doesn't rush back because we want to see him at full strength when he comes back, even though he is in the Celtics jersey.
I hear you. All right. Make sure you enunciate at the end. You be talking low too. Hey, make sure you turn Josh mic up too. He be talking low sometimes too. Shit. What is it? Okay, somebody needs to explain to me this fucking demise of the C's that is already being talked about right now, and it's coming from motherfuckers in the Northeast in Boston. But I really think it's just shit to get clicks because the core is locked the fuck in. The core ain't going nowhere. The only free agents are Luke Cornett and Al Horford. Al Horford, I put money on it. Legit money would retire before he goes to another fucking team. He's been through that shit already. You know what I'm saying? He does not need to do that. Plus, the man is a goddamn NBA champion. He one of the most two college championships, an NBA championship. 38 years old. Like Al Horford is a consummate professional. Yeah. But so what is this? What is this demise that y'all think is going to happen?
Well, the reports have been that they don't want to continue to pay the cost that it's going to cost to keep this roster together. They're going to want to try to retool, restructure how that looks because they have a new ownership group coming in. Mm-hmm. When you think about JT, JB, Drew, Derek White, Porzingis, Hauser, Pritchard,
all
like
signed.
Y'all on paper are paying like $200 million, but with the luxury tax,
way more than that.
But I'm saying with the luxury tax factored in, that's like $400 million.
Yeah, more than that.
So, are you going to pay that for a team that you know is going to be without JT probably all year? Mm-hmm. Probably not, especially when you can break those contracts down and get a little bit of a deeper team, not be as top heavy.
Right.
You probably take a look because I would imagine teams are going to call y'all for Drew. They're going to call y'all for Derek White. You may get somebody to call y'all for Porzingis. I don't know how that's going to work, but he didn't look healthy, didn't look in it the whole series against the Knicks, so I don't know how teams are going to respond to that. But I do think y'all are going to look different next year.
I totally disagree. Hold on, keep talking.
I definitely think y'all are going to look different next year because I think it's just going to make more sense to move some of those guys out of there and get some smaller contracts in the building, knowing that you're going to have JT on a little bit of a gap year.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to go with I'm a slice and dice that shit. I'm going to slice and dice that bullshit with this. Number one, what the fuck are reports? Who said these reports? Is it the new ownership group? Has a new ownership group hinted anything like that? I have not heard one fucking thing. That's number one. Number two, JT did the thing that you've never seen someone do in a serious injury like this. This man had surgery hours after it happened. Not days, not weeks, not we're not sure what we're going to do. Oh, I don't feel like hours after the goddamn season-ending injury happened. My man had the surgery. And in past years, that would be some shit that would kill your fucking career. So, like, he was able to handle the shit. And to me, any Knicks fan, and I'm not, and I want to say, and just make sure y'all understand this. What Rebels doing right now, this is good sportsmanship. This is the type of shit you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially since, we were talking about this ahead of time. But any Knicks fan that wants to be an asshole and be like, y'all ain't shit, look what we did. Bro, look what happened. Our best fucking play. That'd be like Minnesota fans talking all, I'm sorry. Yeah, that'd be like Minnesota fans talking all shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think Minnesota still could beat the Dubs if they had Steph. But without Steph, they had no fucking chance. You know what I'm saying? At all. So it's just like, shut the fuck up. So, but man, this shit, so he's going to come back, I believe, late next season. I think that man will be ready by April. Or maybe late April.
Because they are saying like he's going to miss the entire next season.
Oh, that's with the injury, yeah. But I think him taking the surgery so fast is going to save us with some shit. Also, like I said, the core of that team is locked up. The whole core is literally signed. I have not heard, I have not sniffed, nothing about new ownership saying we don't want to do, we're going to try to get out of this luxury tax or we're going to try to get out of da. That team... Now, is it going to look 100% different? I mean, is it going to look 100% the same? No, I don't expect that. But what I don't expect is core bench players. They're not going. Shit, the main three dudes that only got run, Cornette, Hauser, and Pritch. Pritch is a sixth man of the year. So he definitely going to be there. What is it? Hauser they might get rid of him. And then KP, who's going to give up a whole lot because we have him signed. And then with Cornette, shit, you can't teach size. You still need size in this league. And that's what that man has. So I don't see what I want to see is strengthen up that bench, change up a lot of that, and man, play them fucking people, man. Like they don't play them all season. Like I don't understand why they don't play that bench. You got Sam Cassell, who's a potential NBA head coach right there on that bench. Why aren't they playing that bench? Y'all don't coach up y'all bench? And Sam probably going to leave and get it. Now, that's something that's going to change right there. I bet y'all money, either Sam or somebody from that bench. I can't really think of no other big-time head coaches they got. But the last couple coaches that left, head coach of Utah, head coach of Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? So Sam probably going to leave. Somebody going to leave that bench and go somewhere else. But I just, man... I'm not here for them rumors, and I'm fucking pissed. Like, my team ain't in it. This is shitty. Like, this is weird. I was about to cut on Celtic City last night when I got home from work and shit. I was just like, okay, am I gonna start Andor episode 1, season 2? Should I watch Andor, fucking Celtic City? Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I mentioned this to y'all already. Watch that goddamn doc, y'all. It's so fucking good. Yeah. Like you do not. If you're a fan of, if you just like to learn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you like sports, basketball, black folks, white folks, camaraderie. I don't care if you like none of that. If you just like to learn shit, watch that Celtic City doc. So I left that mug at episode 4 because the playoffs was ridiculous. So I'm about to jump back into this bitch now because it's sad to me, right? It's sad to me when you go a day and there ain't a game on. Like there's last night there was no game. Like what the fuck? I had to listen to Pandoran music. What the fuck? It was whack at work. I want to. Okay, Joanne said that season 2 was the best. Okay, did you watch the whole season yet, Joe? She probably did. So I mean, I don't know about y'all. Maybe y'all don't trip on. Y'all got lives and shit. Y'all not basketball fiends like me. What is this? I get sad. Do y'all feel some type of way when the season get over?
I feel like there should not be a day in the playoffs where we don't have a game. I don't know. There's not really a way to avoid that in a lot of cases, especially like these where you had games. Some series end in 5, some series go 7. So
right. I feel like that on my downtime.
Yeah,
because I rip and run and move around so much between work and the business and traveling, doing the shows, and jumping in and out on these tour dates. By the time I get home and I'm like, all right, cool, I got time to sit down, and I go look, what's on today? And it's like nothing. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I gotta go back.
He said nothing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
Legit.
then I gotta go
Real
back
talk.
and look at old stuff that I missed, or try to catch up on or whatever. But it don't be the same
Right.
as the actual,
Word.
yeah.
To me, when it be when it's an Olympic year and I got something else to watch in the dead of summer besides baseball.
Oh, yeah.
What? Oh, that's my shit. But yeah, I get sad when it's
That's how I end up at the movie spending like $80.
watching all movies. Speaking of movies, I'm glad you said that. Has anybody, and you a movie going motherfucker, so you may have seen this.
Just went last night.
I bet there it is. What did you see?
Final Destination.
Boy, what is it, man? I swear. You know what? We here now. Guess what? We got extended today. I hope y'all ain't going nowhere because we got a whole.
Is this somebody else's one? Or is this...
It was gonna be mine, but it's yours now. What is it? We got a whole nother hour we about to do in this bitch. Okay, we about to do a whole nother because we got some stuff some segments laid out. But I just got to ask this question to y'all, right? Because I felt this in my heart for the last good 25 years.
Yeah.
What is it with black women that love seeing white people get killed in them Final Destination movies? What the fuck? Like what? Every sister I've dated, everyone ever loves them Final Destination, and it'll be like they get killed regular. It be gruesome than a bitch. I saw the one commercial. One dude got killed. His head got in the goddamn lawnmower.
Listen, how that happened was wild.
What the
How
fuck?
that shit happened was nuts.
Do you like them movies?
I love them.
All of them.
I love them.
Does your lady like them?
She's a fanatic.
Goddamn. Okay, we'll be right back.
She's a fanatic.
Just, do you like them movies?
Yes or no? Like I haven't watched any of them since I think Final Destination 3 was my last.
Oh, you bugging.
You way old. Okay.
You bugging.
Does your lady like them?
She doesn't.
She doesn't?
No, I used to watch scary movies or horror movies with my sister. My sister is a diehard. She's seen every single Halloween. She's seen every single Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
All that shit. That's her shit. Horror movies are her thing.
Yeah.
But my wife, she could care less.
Okay.
Yeah.
First sister I know that don't like. Okay. Wow. I'm
Yeah, but she's just not in general not a gruesome death person. Even in drama movies, that's not she's still one of those type of people.
No doubt, and I ain't mad at that. All right, Rebel, what's your thing? Why you love them so much?
I just grew up watching them. My father got me into horror films and shit.
Ah, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember back in the day, what was that chick's name? She used to come on either before or after the Three Stooges.
Elvira?
Elvira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the makeup and I love her with the titties.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All that. Yeah, all that. You heard?
I felt her back in the day.
Yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nostalgia right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
Feeling something else.
I've been on scary shit since then, you know what I'm saying? And I just always grew up watching horror films.
Yeah.
And I just like the gruesomeness and the creativeness in the movies.
That's what's up.
But the way that they do it, and it's like certain horror films, you just be like, it ain't really scary for real.
Right.
It's a thriller, but it's not a horror film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But real horror films, man, them Final Destination joints and how people be, that shit. It's funny. I know that's twisted.
Yeah.
It's funny,
Yeah, you
but
one of
the
them
shit
type
is
guys.
bro. We sat in that movie theater last night, and I'm telling you, we laughed at at least 4 or 5 different situations.
Was y'all the only ones laughing at shit?
No, man.
There was other people laughing?
Yeah,
Damn,
bro.
That's probably just the black folks and shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, bro. We was in that movie theater. We was like, oh shit, and everybody ah.
Y'all be wait. So when you go to the movie, y'all be talking?
Nah, but certain parts, because honestly, it's only 2 theaters I go to: the Esquire and then Creve Court 12 out Lindbergh.
Okay.
So but
Esquire.
yeah.
Court 12. Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Everybody is, and they're real laid back. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a bunch of rowdiness or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like talking through movies. I like to sit there, eat my nachos, my popcorn, and you know what I'm saying, vibe and watch the movie. Now my lady, she really don't do that neither. She'll ask a question, or you know what I mean, we may comment here and there.
Yeah.
Our daughter though, she gonna sit there and talk through the whole joint.
What?
And I'm talking about, oh my God, did you see that? I'm talking about not even whispering, like, oh my
Yeah.
God, she's like, oh my God, did y'all just see that? And
Yeah.
like,
Girl,
Jesus.
you want that'd be some shit my
But
mama would do.
yeah, but everybody in the theater was like, because it's that type of genre, it's that type of
Yeah.
movie where you see it, you're gonna be like, damn.
Yeah.
You ain't got no choice.
Dude.
You ain't got no choice.
That shit, to me, the movies, like, cats getting killed on roller coasters.
Yeah, it should be crazy.
I got a dream, they on a plane, some shit, ill shit. It's just like, I never was into them shits. Now, here's the thing, right? With me,
I gotta get on the plane next week. I ain't watching that shit.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ride a
No, for
plane.
real.
I gotta ride a plane again in life. I ain't watching that shit. You know what I'm saying?
To this
Hey,
day, I don't
man.
drive behind log trucks, bro.
Because of, you know what I'm saying?
To this day.
Facts.
I don't
Facts. I
drive
get
behind
it.
log trucks.
I get it.
Well, that ain't, to me, that ain't got nothing to do with the movie. That's just, nigga, I don't know if I don't know if that joint strap this, you know what I mean,
For
secure
real,
or not.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
But I believe in the law of decree. You know what I'm saying? And as a Muslim, the law of decree says that your life is already written for you. What's going to happen is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen on that day and time that it's supposed to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to try to live your life the best way and kiss your loved ones. Every time I walk out that door, I don't give a fuck if I'm going around the corner to the gas station to grab some more backwoods. I kiss my girl until I love her when I walk out the house.
Wow. Yeah, that's what's up.
Every time.
That's what's up.
Because it take that long for something to happen.
Why, when you did the origin, you didn't say you was a Muslim when we did the origin story? What? You
didn't ask.
what? You're supposed to. Hold on, I
ask.
swore I did. Man,
You didn't ask.
how long you been practicing?
I've been Muslim I'm 47. I've been Muslim for 26 years.
Wow. Okay, man, that's amazing, man. Congratulations to that.
But I've said it on
What's
the show a couple times though.
You have?
Even when I believe when Chappelle Nadal was here.
Okay. Huh. You probably right, because I done got caught in a bunch of shit I forgot about today. What's sect? What's sect of Islam?
See that's the thing. See, people don't understand with dealing with Islam, even though this can go a lot of different ways. But I am a Salafi Muslim. Salafi means that the Salafiyun are the ones who were directly next to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the times of his life and recorded everything that he did. I'm not with the nation. I don't follow no light-skinned dude with no part in his head and waves and calling him my father. I don't do none of that crap. I'm not with the FOI. I don't have no pictures of Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad hanging on my wall, praising or idolizing no man.
Yeah, you're not
I don't
in
do
that. You're
none
not
of
in
that.
that nation. It's okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, because
But
you
at
don't
the
want to be
same,
derogatory.
no, I'm not being derogatory.
I
But the
respect
thing,
Nation
but the
Islam.
thing, but the thing is, at the end of the day, he's a man.
Yeah.
He's not a prophet.
Yeah.
He's a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, some people have that speech and that tongue where they're able to talk at you prophetic like maybe, but you're not a prophet. You know what I'm saying? I can't come to you and pray to you and make something happen.
Right.
Right.
That's
all I'm saying.
They believe they could, though. I guess they believe they could they could pray to Farrar Muhammad.
But after reading the Quran, how can you?
Yeah.
If you read the Quran and you really understand the Quran and you understand what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, there's no way that you can sit here and say, I can talk to this light-skinned man who was born with a mother and father just like me.
Yeah.
And you're my savior and you're my salvation.
Well, I mean, I was going to say where Jesus came from, but Jesus came from God. But yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Even it's deep, man.
I hear you.
Even with that.
I hear you. Because probably what you believe that Jesus was a prophet, not the son of God.
Yeah, exactly. Esau was a prophet. Esau alayhi salam was a prophet. There's a part in the Bible in Matthew where Jesus kneeled and he prostrated and he said that he got down on all 8 points and asked God for direction. So who was he praying to?
I hear you.
And then when you get down on all 8 points, do you know what your 8 points are? Do you know what your 8 points are?
Elbow, knee, feet, 2, 4, 6.
Your head and the tip of your nose, your forehead and the tip of your nose. Yeah. So when Jesus got down in prostration on his 8 points, and who was he praying like?
Yeah. To his father.
Who was he praying like?
What do you mean praying like?
Who was he praying like? Have you ever seen a Muslim pray?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep, on the carpet. Yeah, because that is how Muslim. Yeah, yep, for real.
So when he got down on all 8 points and prayed and asked for direction from his father, who was he praying like?
Yeah. Okay, you know what? We going down a rabbit hole that's about to be deep to the mom, because we all get.
I just look like this, man.
Yeah, I mean, we get because look, here's the thing. I feel like all three of us was here for it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But what's going on with that? Give me an update on that game. real quick.
We are almost at the end of the first quarter. Denver is up 26-21.
Wow. If Denver pulls this game off without Aaron Gordon, because Aaron Gordon ain't playing, right?
No, he is.
He is playing.
Yeah, he's
with the hamstring.
With the hamstring.
If they pull this win off and beat this OKC team, OKC, you're never going to be ready unless you get a motherfucking veteran superstar in there. You're not going to be ready because that team alone is not going to do it. But I love that where you was going with that, Rebel, because that's deep. I want to have that episode one day. I'm here for
sure.
it. But I just want to say this about...
I just look like this, y'all.
I feel you. I just want to go back to this.
Yeah.
I like horror movies that are smart horror, like that Sinners, like Jordan Peele shit.
Yeah.
Like, have y'all seen? And there's a A1. This A1 Film's been putting them out, and the one that scared the shit out of me was the one with the one lady from Sixth Sense. She be in all these goddamn scary movies now. Oh Lord.
Conjuring?
Huh?
Conjuring?
No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. But it's
said
on
from
that. It
the
has that
Sixth
one
Sense?
name type shit. Oh, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to. I'm this whole show.
Insidious?
Huh?
Insidious?
No, keep going. But basically, what it's about is they're related to one of Satan's demons. They're related to one of Satan's demons, and they don't know it. And then the boy Satan's demon comes back and takes the form of the boy, goes into the boy and becomes a boy. And the boy's in high school. It is so good. I'm telling y'all, man.
That's
Oh God, y'all!
It sounds like Damien.
It's so fun. So you said what?
Sounds like Damien.
Bruh, it's on a whole nother level because the way they do these shits now, the horror movies that scare me are the ones that make it shit look like a normal day. You know what I'm saying? It's a normal day, and you see some shit. Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm gonna find that out.
But that type of stuff is real, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why that shit is scary.
No, listen, my father went through that.
Say, huh?
Like, yeah, bro. I was listen, my right-handed guy, bro. I can call my mom and she'll tell you. We was driving in the car. I was in the back seat. My mom driving. My dad was driving. My mom in the passenger seat. I'm about maybe 8, right?
Yeah.
So we riding. We on our way to my grandma's crib. So my mom and my pop, they in the front seat. They arguing about something.
Yeah.
And my mom said, she said something along the lines of, you tripping, like you driving too fast, pull over. And because my father's name is Stan. So she was like, Stan, stop the car.
Right.
Bro, my father turned. I'm sitting in the back seat. My little sister I'm 8. My sister was 3. I'm 5 years older than her.
Yeah.
She in the car seat. I'm looking at my father driving, bro. He turned and looked at my mom and said, in a deep-ass voice that wasn't his, and said, Stan's not here. I got him now.
What the fuck?
My right-handed guy, bro.
Are you serious?
Listen, my mom grabbed the steering wheel. Yanked the car. The car stopped. He got out and started throwing up all this black shit. She put him into the passenger seat of the car and drove to my grandma's house that stayed in Normandy in Velda Village. It was called Velda City back then. No, Velda Village is Velda City now. So when we get to my grandma's crib, she taking my dad in the house, bro. My grandma was an evangelist for what's that? Friendly Temple.
Koja?
No.
COG?
No. It's the Friendly, whatever, off 70.
Okay.
So Bethesda Temple.
Okay. Yeah.
So my grandma used to be married to Pastor Johnson at that church. She was the evangelist there.
Right.
So she get us in the living room in a circle, bro. We standing there holding hands, bro. My grandma start praying. Man, my father, bro, his eyes rolled in the back of his head. He started saying some shit in a weird voice. This is the first time I ever heard my grandma speaking in tongues, bro. I didn't even know what it was. She started speaking in tongues and praying over my father. Then he started throwing up black stuff again, all in the living room. This when the floors had, your granny used to put the runners on the floor over the carpet.
Yep.
He threw up all this black stuff over the runner in front of me while we standing there in this circle holding hands, bro. I swear to God. Yep. And then he blacked out, passed out, woke up, didn't remember nothing.
That's wild.
My right hand of God, bro. Because my grandma real heavy in the church, and she used to pray over us over situations I know me and my father should have been dead from. But my grandma praying for us and not knowing how she was, I believe that really saved us. Even though she was Christian, that's how I grew up until I had my own knowledge and understanding of certain things that fit me. But I witnessed that, bro. Yeah. I witnessed that. So imagine hearing your father talking in one voice and then, he ain't here, I got him now. And like, I'm like, what the fuck? It scared the shit out of my mom when she snatched the steering wheel. Yeah.
Had you ever heard him sound like that before or
No,
since then?
No.
So that was the only time.
That was that one time, yeah.
Where were y'all at when that happened?
We was living on Page.
What was the weather that day?
It was at night.
It was at night.
Yeah, it was at night.
Had y'all had any like weird shit going on?
Not that I can recall. I'm a kid playing living. I just know we got in the car to go see my granny, and them they arguing in the front seat, and then he just standing here no more. I got him now, and just start talking crazy and throwing up black shit. So whatever they were, I don't know what the situation was prior to that. I know what happened when we got in the car and started driving.
Right on. So, oh, thank you. My lady told me the movie too. Hereditary. Hereditary is the movie.
Yeah.
Watch that shit because it's literally people put. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say this right here. God put people in your life for different reasons. I want to say I thank God that He put you in my life for real. I thank God that you on this show. I'm so happy I know you, Rebel. I thank God I know you, Price.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? 'Cause
Likewise,
you a young, smart black man. So I love that I know you. I love both of you brothers. I just
Likewise.
that story. I already felt blessed, right, to know people like you and to have a Rebel. You know what I'm saying? To make time out his life, and so do you, and to make time out of his life for this show. But that story right there just motherfucking solidified it. Like, god damn. Like, ain't no sound effects I can do. Ain't no, man. And that movie Hereditary is literally what the fuck you described, my dude.
Yeah.
And instead of them having somewhere to go to get it out of them, they went somewhere to have it put more in. Like, wait till y'all see it. Like, movies like that or what scary movies are like that is what fucked me up. But I almost don't want to do what we was gonna do. I just want to. Man, I need to roll up. I'm thrown. I need to roll up.
Hey, Mom, hold on real quick. Hey, Mom.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, I got a question for you. I'm at the radio station. I'm on air. Remember the time when I was about 8, and the situation that happened with Pop in the car with the demons?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
We were driving down the street going to pick up my check, and I turned to him, and I was like, Stan, you really need to get your life together. You need to come on home and, do like, that demon turned towards me and said, I have Stan in the very deep voice.
I told you.
The highway, the road that I was traveling on, you could go one way or come back the other way. The devil was trying to kill me and my kids. And then I told y'all to let the windows down. I said, pray, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And we just start praying. Then that demon started throwing up.
I told you.
I pulled over at the restaurant. And he started gagging, and then he started talking like a baby in an infant voice. Oh, yes, that's real.
I told you, bro. I don't even remember the baby part, but I know what I remember from sitting in that back seat.
Yeah.
my wife who done met you,
Yeah.
she is just logged off. She is scared. She 100% believe this. Thank you, my take
Thanks,
rebel mama,
Mama.
for sharing this. Thank you,
Thank you,
sister.
Mom.
I'm
We
so happy
appreciate
y'all
you.
alive. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless you.
All right, talk
God
to you later,
bless
baby
you.
girl.
All right, love you, baby.
All right, love you too.
I didn't go to church today.
Told you, bro. I don't be knowing no line. Anything I tell you, I can verify. Whatever come out my mouth.
I believe it. I believe you. I believe you. You know, I believe you. We really.
I don't remember the baby part though. I don't remember that sound. Talking like a baby. I don't remember that part. But all that other stuff, I definitely remember, bro.
What the fuck?
And I was 8 years old. Cause when he said this shit, I looked up like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the
Imagine
back
that
seat
you a
like,
kid, you hear
right? Yeah, bro. I'm telling you what I heard.
Dude. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you like this, Rebel. I'm gonna tell you like this. If you don't get to writing that shit, if you don't get to writing that down, and I'll be no matter of fact. If we don't get to writing that down, because I will co-write that motherfucker with you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We will get this screenwriting screenplay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Damn, this screenplay program
I
to
ain't
get
gonna lie
this.
to you. That's a hell
Man,
of a
that's a
movie
movie
right
right there.
But I
know
tell
it?
you, I talked with
The fuck?
I talked to Zanabe. Shout out to Zanabe, Miss Grisby from the Weight of the Weight screenplay.
Oh hell yeah.
I spoke with her, and you know, we supposed to be getting together, putting some stuff
That's
together.
what you mentioned on the
That's what's
episode, because you
Yeah.
straight said it on the episode.
That's
You was
what's
like,
up.
"Oh my goodness, Josh, that was a great episode too." Which with the cast of The Weight of the Weight, Rebel held it down while I was off that Sunday, and and you straight said to her on air, like, "Look, I got an idea for something." Now, see, I thought you was just gonna be, it was just gonna be like, you know, that other shit, the street shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, you was yeah, man, that would crush.
Yeah.
That would crush. That was, and shout out to them. They had the
But both of them, both projects I want her.
That's
we're
what's
gonna
up.
start working and writing on.
That's what's up. Have they had the play yet?
No, it's May 31st.
May 31st. Make sure y'all head out to the. It's not. Where's it gonna be at again?
The commercial. You have to play the commercial too.
Oh yeah.
It's at the. Well, now since all this happened in May,
Oh yeah.
with this, you know,
They
I
still
don't know.
having it?
I don't know. I haven't spoken with her, so I'm gonna reach out to her today.
Right.
But
right.
it's on all Page and Auburn.
Oh, right where the. Oh my goodness. Oh
Yep.
God. I pray that venue's still all right. I pray that venue's still all right. Yeah, it may be. That is crazy.
Yep.
You just want to keep it. Well, what are you saying, Slick? My bad. I'm trying to do a show. I'm trying to do a show over here, Slick. I don't know what you're saying. All right, so let's get back. What is it? Our guy, Mr. Price, he had a question that he wanted to throw at us, Rebel, and I think it's pertaining to the playoffs, so or to the season. Mr. Price, what is the question you have for us, sir?
So watching this playoffs, you hear a lot of people start to ask, especially now after the Celtics have been eliminated. This is now year 7 we are going to be on without a champion going back to back. The question has been tossed around: is the new CBA helping or hurting the NBA with the tax aprons and, you know, the penalties for how you spend over the salary cap, all that? I have a perspective on it, but I want to get y'all thoughts on whether, based on, of course, we getting a little bit ahead of ourselves depending on what the Celtics do or don't do this offseason. But if some of these rumors are true that they're going to try to shed some salary, is the CBA helping or hurting the league?
I got an answer. Rebel, you want to go first?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, boom. I got an answer. My answer to that great question, I appreciate you. My question is, hell no, it's not helping. It's fucking hurting shit. All these stupid ass fucking aprons, which all they do is, number one, convolute signing players that you need to make a championship level team. It convolutes the situation. It makes it harder than what it should be. What is it? It makes it easier for you to, and makes you think, well, we have to destroy what we put together because we can't afford it. And apron 1 and apron 2, it's just there's no need for it. I think it's hurting teams. And when you make it harder for teams to stay together, I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
How is that helping the CBA if you're making it harder and you're putting more rules in that weren't there before?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And then it's just like, it almost seems like to me it's luxury tax on top of luxury tax.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It
what the
is.
fuck? Like,
Because
I
so
think
for
that shit
the
is
of
dumb.
course for the people who don't know, like the salary cap has gotten very complex over the years, but essentially you have, if you think about it like a bank account, for instance, you have a salary cap, which is your full account. You have the luxury tax, which is like, okay, we'll let you overdraft, but you can still swipe this card. We'll let you overdraft up to a certain amount.
Right.
Then you have the first tax apron, which is you now have to pay an additional like penalty of interest on top of the luxury tax.
Shit is dumb.
And you also have limited ways that you can improve your roster around the guys that you currently have.
Shit is dumb.
So they said, so this is supposed to create some type of financial stability for the players
So
and
what
owners?
What it's supposed
Or
to create?
I mean,
supposed to
for the owners and the players.
I think it's just gonna help the owners.
Yeah, so essentially it's protecting the owners and the general managers from themselves because it's putting parameters into place, basically saying, hey, we can only pay this much for a roster if we believe we want to be able to still make other moves with that same roster. But
Has their BRI changed?
no, so the players still get the same percentage of
Which is
BRI, which I think is still 49%.
Which is basketball related income.
Yes,
Yeah.
basketball related income. So they still get 49, 51% split.
That's huge, y'all. That's like
think
that's your
it's
merchandise, your video
50%,
game rights, your TV rights.
I thought after the last negotiation, it got cut to 49% for the players. I could be wrong. But
think
at
it
one
did.
point, I thought it was 50-50, and then it got cut back down.
I think
to
it's like
51,
49 players, 51% owners.
Yeah. So, BRI not changed. Players' percentage is still the same. But I believe, and why I think it's hurting the league, I believe that it is forcing not forcing general managers. It is giving general managers an excuse now to tear down teams sooner rather than later.
Yes.
And I think what you're going to start to see is
To prevent super teams being made.
to prevent super teams, where it was originally aimed at the Warriors because, of course, after they
But let them tell it. The pro of it is the forming of the super teams with that.
So it forces you, though, if you're going to form a homegrown super team, that you're going to have to form it through the draft or like lesser free agents that you turn into great role players.
And that's nothing wrong with that.
Which, where it kind of fucks the Celtics right now is you have a mostly homegrown core, JT, JB. I guess you can consider Al homegrown. He played more years with y'all than he played with fucking Atlanta
Anybody else.
at that point.
Which is crazy to say.
And then
the man had 2 careers.
you made smart moves like go and trade a couple picks for Derek White when nobody else had the same interest in him.
Yep.
You went out and you made the trade for Drew Holiday after you saw Milwaukee give up on him. You took a shot on KP and traded Marcus Smart when your fan base probably thought that was not a good move.
I did. I hated it.
So they made smart moves. They went and they spent money because they thought their team was deserving of it. And they got the championship out of it. But now you're looking at an offseason where you go from winning the championship one year to wondering how many of your core players you can keep the next. I think that's a bad look for the league.
I don't think it's going to. Again, you're 100% correct. I just think it's a bunch of bullshit with. I think it's a bunch of bullshit with our team right now with the champs. Just trying to get people trying to put stories, dramatic stories, sports, basketball, dramatic stories out there to get clicks. That's what I think with that. But I think what you're saying is 100% correct because it's horrible for the league. I think it's dumb, and it makes it. And the basic thing it does, it makes it harder for people to understand. And when I mean people, I mean everybody, executives and players. Because if y'all think NBA players know how contracts and all that shit work, you got another thing coming. Like shit, you don't know that shit.
And it's not, to me, it's also not even about the not being able to have like, a team repeat as a champion. You can have different champions every year in the league still be interesting. Like that's not a problem.
Hell, go ahead.
I think the problem becomes you have teams that could have been championship level teams but decided not to spend the money because they've now been incentivized not to do so.
Right. And I think what's the score of the game currently?
Where'd it go? Hold on.
And also too, before we when we jump into next segment, we're gonna do. I think Rebels ready for
35-38 Oklahoma.
Yeah, OKC took the lead.
35-38. There we Okay, see, do your thing. I think we're gonna have a new champion this year. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna be Denver. So, what is it, Rebel? I want you to jump into your new segment where you ask us questions. I think it's Rebels. How many questions is it? Five questions of the week.
Yeah, I have 5 questions.
Right on.
If you want to get into all 5,
we can do that, and I will be right back.
Kiss the heat. Chill out, young man.
He said he left the show to the adults.
All this is live, so
Yeah.
chill out. We got this. But I'm gonna start with one question.
Okay.
With you today. What's one thing that you wish that more men talked about openly amongst each other as men?
One thing that I wished more black men talked about openly. I don't even know if it's a specific talking point, but I think just being willing to open up to the other men in your life and tell them when shit is not going right or going well. I think it's very easy for us to reach out and congratulate other men. I think it's very easy for us to reach out, wish each other well, keep things cordial, but I think it's a very difficult thing for most black men especially to just open up and tell somebody, hey, I ain't really feeling it today. Or I'm kind of going through something, I don't know how to navigate it. Like, even if you're not looking for advice, just being willing to open up and have that conversation with somebody.
I agree.
Because I think the natural reaction for most men is, hey, I just got to suck it up and get through it. Man up, as most have kind of been told. But you also have to be, at a point, willing to let it out before it boils over. So I think just being able to tell somebody when, hey, the day a little rough, not necessarily that you just want to go complain about something, but at the same time, you're like, hey, this is something that's been on my mind. I don't really know who else to go to with it. Hey, can I trust you with that? And so just being willing to have more of them type of conversations with people in your life, man, I think that would help a lot of people just release a mental burden that they are kind of weighing on themselves right now.
Got you. All right, old question for you.
Bet. What is it?
Ask you this question, and I'll be right back. Same thing you had to go do. What's something that you wish more men talked about openly today amongst men?
Wow. One thing that I wish men talked, that's a great question, openly today between men. What do I, man, I think, man, you see,
Great question, right?
yeah.
Great question.
It is. It makes you think, because if he said black man, I would have an answer real quick.
Well, and I ended up going just more into the black man aspect of it, but
he asked you the same question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. For me, I guess if it's all men, what would I want men to talk to each other about more? I guess local politics in their areas. I would love for men to know, to talk to each other more about local politics in their area. I think if they did that, that would lead to them talking more about national politics. So politics. Yeah. Politics, but especially local politics. Men don't talk enough about politics in general. Because politics, I mean, bro, that's the shit. That's the shit that runs the world. Like, people, and the thing that people, when they convinced people that we don't have the power anymore, and it's this new great word that we just heard coming from these Russian people, the oligarchs and shit. They done took that. You know, when people fell for the oligarchs, a new word, have control of or new to us, or the corporations have control, and these people, them people have a lot of control. Don't get me wrong, but we're the people. We still have control. We just don't flex it. Right. You know how I know? Because 15 million motherfuckers didn't. They didn't do nothing. They sat down last November. So my answer to you, Rebel, was
He downstairs.
Bet. Hope he grabbed me one. What is it? My answer to you, Rebel, was local politics. I think men should talk about local politics more, because men don't talk about politics enough. I think.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. What's your next one?
What's one habit or mindset that's made the biggest difference in your success or happiness?
Habit or mindset.
I like that. Say that one more time.
What's one habit or mindset that's made the biggest difference in your success or happiness?
Oh, I got mine.
I would say for me, one habit that has, I think, truly made me happier on a day-to-day is actually dropping my son off at school every morning.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool.
And I think the thing that I take from that is making sure that him in a school district right now, at least that is predominantly white, making sure that they see a black father active and positive and not just there when there's an issue or there's a problem, but being there when everything is going good and still showing my face and still making sure that they know both of his parents are here, both of his parents are active and going to participate in his education, not just receive what he's being.
I know that's right.
That's what's up.
Talk about it, bro. I'm all the way with that. That is the truth. I guess for me, it would be my belief in God. Because if it wasn't for my belief in God, I wouldn't.
Talk about it, bro.
I know I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't
Talk about
be able to get through this stuff that I got to deal with. So, yeah, it's that for me.
Yeah.
For me, mine is simple. And belief in God. I don't know if you believe in God or what you're, but we all believe in God. So for me, that's a given. Because just by my way of life, I have to give that thanks 5 times a day.
Right.
My kids for me, they're definitely a big reason to push and continue to go. But my habit and mindset that I've adopted that's made the biggest difference in my success and happiness is the word no.
Oh yeah, you said that before. Yeah.
Hey,
you sure said that before.
That's a real one, though.
No.
That's a real one, though.
He said that a couple episodes. Yes.
No.
And it is real.
It's going to always stay the same for me.
Yes, sir.
No.
That's a real shit.
Because I've gained so much and accomplished so much and have held on to so much by not constantly feeding into your stuff and helping you and losing so much of myself that I ain't got nothing to know who I am, that now I'm doing better.
Yep.
So if you didn't know me, what would you do?
Right.
Who would you go ask if you didn't know me? Go do that.
Yeah.
So mine is no.
That's a better plan than
I've been
asking
so
me.
much happier saying no instead of I'll figure it out, we'll figure it out, or holler at me later.
Now at that point, you adopting somebody else's problem.
Right.
You
So
are.
now I'm
Adopting somebody
stressing
else's
trying to
problem.
figure out how I'm going to help you through your shit. And I still got 15 other things over here I got to figure out on my end.
Word.
That's real.
With yours, now that makes about 17 because I'm pretty sure there's a couple other hoops I got to jump through to get through your shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joanna gave you the 100 on IG. She with it.
Yeah.
She gave
Shout
Yeah.
out to Joanne. She been with us the
Yo,
whole
Joe-
hour and a half, bro.
Yo, for real.
Shout out to her.
That sister, that is a real ass sister
Real.
right there. Like
Yeah.
she hooked up with me on Beetle and Deckard on the Sirius XM on Mad Dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
got Michelle on. I got Miss Beetle. Shout out to Miss Beetle. Shout out to Cody Deckard,
Yeah, yeah.
aka Lil Pete. And that sister has been rocking with me ever since, man. Cause,
That's what's up.
Cause she
Shout out to
knew,
her,
cause I said on national airways I was for Harris. You know what I mean? And this woman do no sports tough and no pop.
What's her name again? Joanne?
Joanna.
Shout out Joanne.
You know, shout out Joanna.
Where's she
in
from?
Arizona.
Arizona?
Guess what her first
I'm coming out. I'm doing a show out there in Arizona soon, so I got to tap in and get you some tickets to come out to the show.
There you
That's
go,
love.
Joanna. You seen
Love.
it. You heard it. He,
Yeah.
Rebel talking to you.
I'll
for
be out
real.
there doing the show. I'll tap in with Owen, let him know, or I'll just go live next week and let you know the exact dates.
Bet. I'll
And,
show you who she is.
Cool.
She says hi. I'll show you who she is on IG and shit, so you
yeah.
can do that. When you gonna be in Arizona?
Like I just said, I gotta go back and look at the dates. I don't
Bet.
have them available right now. They're not in my phone.
That's what's up.
But yeah, when we pop out, I'll give you some tickets. Come out to the show and
Oh,
buy.
that's, man, she gonna. I think she
That's
gonna love that.
dope.
And here's the thing: she fuck with hip hop.
Yeah.
She fuck with hip hop tough. She like a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
Guess what her first concert was when she was a kid and shit back in the day?
Run DMC.
Better, bro. Like better. Not even hip hop.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about. It will never be a better first concert. I don't know if there's ever be a
Michael
better.
Jackson?
What? Motherfucking 1984 Victory Tour. Victory Tour! That was her first shit.
She shouldn't have ever gone to another concert in her life.
Bruh, like Victory Tour? Are you
She shouldn't have ever gone. It's never going to get better than that. It's never going to get better than that.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Did she pass out?
Can you feel it? Joanna, did you pass out? She said, I think she was like,
Oh, my God.
I think she was like 5 or no, she think she was like 8 or some shit. First
means,
concert, yeah.
Means nothing. She,
She said
definitely
that's still on the
cried.
t-shirt.
She
She had
definitely,
to.
she
Did you
definitely
pass
cried.
out?
She definitely cried.
Had
Dude.
to.
She
She
didn't
said-
pass out. She cried.
Had to. I know I would have. I've been crying like a little bitch.
It was
Shit,
never going to be better than that. It was never going to be better than that for
Oh
her
my
going to a
god,
concert,
Victory
bro.
Tour.
Come
Let me
on.
tell you how much I fuck with that. She was 12. She was 12. She got to really enjoy
She
it.
definitely cried.
Bruh, did you
She
cry at it?
she definitely
Joe, did
cried.
you cry at the show? We know you did.
She definitely cried.
My mother went to it in Hartford, Connecticut and shit. She went to it. I couldn't go. I wanted to go. I begged her. I begged her up and down. Cried through fits. She would not fucking
That's
take me.
crazy.
I was like, you the worst fucking mother ever. I hate you. I hate you. I hope you die. You know what I'm saying? I said it in my mind.
said,
But she
I was
would
a
not take
badass
me.
kid
I'm
that
like 5 and shit, right? Fucking, she came home. Yeah, she was like 11 or 12. Did you cry though? Answer the question. Did you cry?
She cried. That's why she.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she
definitely-
want to answer.
She
That's
definitely
what she want
cried.
to answer. We
She
know Joe.
definitely
We already know
cried.
Joe. We already know you cried.
She cried.
My mother came home with this fucking, with the goddamn, with the program from that motherfucker. It was like a fucking book. It was huge. It was the size of Thriller. It was literally, the book was the size of
The
fucking
album,
Thriller, right?
bro? Oh, wow,
The book
that's
was the
crazy.
size of Thriller, and it had these huge pages, and they were all full fucking color, beautiful pictures of all the Jacksons. And I mean, one with Marlon, just he had his own color scheme. One with Jackie, his own color scheme. One with Tito sitting there with the guitar looking hard. Then you got Mike, and Mike is on this bike. The one with Michael on the bike, man. I'm just gonna tell you right this. That fucking book. Y'all have no idea. Joanna, did you buy that book? She said she don't know. She don't know. She cried. You know you did. That book was. My mother kept it in her dresser. Like it was
That's
my
like-
thing.
that's a forever
Yeah, I mean,
type
she
of-
kept it in her
yeah.
dresser. And the second thing, I used to go in her dresser under the clothes and look at that motherfucker randomly, and then hurry up and put it back. That motherfucker was so dope, dog. I'm talking, man. It was just, man. I pray she still got it. She probably don't. But man, that was Joe. That's why I fuck with Joe. Joe is the shit. I love her. She even got the ticket stub too. Wow. All right, so. We did that. Oh, give us another question.
Here you go.
Right
I don't know if I didn't ask you this, but what does masculinity mean to you?
You did.
I asked you that.
Yeah, you asked me that before.
Okay, yeah, I did because he wasn't here. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you this.
Okay.
What does masculinity mean to you, and has that definition changed over time?
To answer the questions out of order, I don't think the definition has changed. I think, to me, masculinity is being comfortable in your own skin, but also exuding a presence that lets everybody know, no matter what room you in, no matter what arena, no matter who you're around, that I'm a man first.
Mm-hmm.
There's respect that I'm going to give. There's respect that I'm going to demand in return because of the respect that I'm giving. And I think that there's a respectability, there's a level of character that comes with being a man and being a man first. It has nothing to do with how you dress or, what you put on. It's all about the person you are within yourself and also the person you are giving to the world on a daily basis.
Okay. So this is for both of y'all, since he didn't get a chance to answer that one. The other
Bet.
one. What's one challenge you
Good
faced?
answer, Joe.
What's one challenge you faced as a man that you think doesn't get talked about enough?
Oh wow. Josh, you want to go first? Damn. Yo, just to close on the last thing, Joe said that she could have had the shirt or the book. She got the shirt. I'm telling you, the 80s were the shit. Tickets were $30. $30 fucking dollars to see the. It's It's the Jacksons. Like, it's the fucking It's not just Michael. It's the whole family. Like, economy.
$30.
$30.
And 84.
Them tickets today gonna cost you $2,000.
Oh my
Man,
God,
what?
I'm seeing Wu-Tang, it cost me fucking $3 something for one. Like, shit. And that's Wu in Chicago in July.
Yeah.
God damn.
Wow. And that's not even prime like Wu-Tang. That's
Oh,
like it's late career.
You going
Wu-Tang.
to that in July?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to that. I'm like, yes,
See you
sir.
there.
Yes, sir. You going to that bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, shit. Late?
No, but to answer Rebel's question, challenge that I don't think gets talked about enough, I guess would be that and I guess it's different for every man because everybody's decision is different. But that transition from I've now turned 18, I've either graduated high school or whatever. Now what's next?
Yeah.
Because there are people who go off to college, do great things, or go off to college, think they're going to do great things and it don't work out, and they got to pivot. Or you got people who decide, okay, I'm going to stay back. The school thing ain't really for me. They find a great career for themselves without ever having to step foot back in the classroom again. You got some people on the other end of that, they get the worst end of them circumstances. Now, I don't have no school structure. What am I going to turn to? Okay, maybe the streets, I guess. If that work out for me. And if that don't work out for me, I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, you got a lot of different paths that people can go down. And your environment, your family upbringing, there's a lot of factors that go into what path you decide to take and why.
Yeah.
Now that's something, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but that's something that I just thought about when you said what you just said. Damn, where's that gray go? Okay. Now, with that being what you just said, there may be some the conversation gets talked about, right? Because every household, especially in a black household, hey, listen, once you graduate high school, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Yep.
We ain't going. Okay, we ain't do the college thing.
Not all, but most. Yep.
Yeah, we didn't do the college thing, but
Yep.
we gonna have to figure something out because
Yeah.
with the first thing they say is you're not great. Lay your ass around here all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
We not
oh,
great.
well,
do
that's
that.
every, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
thought you were saying talking about leave.
No.
You gotta have
So the
motherfucking
conversation is had, right?
Yep.
I don't think it goes into depth as it should, and the support is not there the way that it should be.
Exactly.
Because all we're told is either gonna go to school, go to college, or if we can't do college, then you're gonna get your ass out here, you're gonna get you a job.
Yep.
But that's all we're told. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not
And
no
then you may
steps or
get a
something.
couple get a
Yeah.
couple leads. Or your mama may tell you, or your partner, I know somebody over here that working woo woo. I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I don't think that the support is there enough. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
But
I get it,
but
though.
that's actually
Right.
the next step I wanted to kind of take that conversation into though, because you have things like, for instance, you get a lot of high schoolers told, okay, go to college and get a job, where you also have trade schools that are an option where, okay, instead of going and getting a 4-year degree, I can go get a 2-year degree or certificate, but I also have tangible experience while working through school.
Preach.
To be able to show that I can do this thing, whether it's plumbing, being an electrician, or trades that are actually dying and need people,
You ain't
by
lying.
the way.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
There are a lot of different paths that people can take, but to your point, we don't have the support of the next step of, okay, if I say go to school and get a job and you say, okay, I want to go to school, the next step of the conversation should be, okay, what type of school do you want to go to? What are you interested in? Right. What do you want to do long term? How do you see yourself making a living for yourself?
Right.
Versus, okay, once you go get a job, okay, go apply here, or I know somebody that work here. It's kind of a cycle that we never really ever taken a step back from and looking at big picture wise.
Yeah.
But I think it's all about what you said of not having the support, not having the vision, not having the patience for some parents to allow their kids to, all right, you can stay home another year or two while you figure that out.
And you know what I've seen though, speaking again a little deeper on that with the support thing, they whether it be the mother or the father, both in the household, or just the mom with the kids, right? The support the support is physically there.
Right.
Physically, the support is there.
Yep.
Right.
But the mental capacity for the support
Is that there?
is not there.
Yeah. Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
point,
Because
good point.
it's just left at, again, we gon' get a job. So her working, taking care of you, the other kids that she got who probably by God willing, they by the same guy, if not different, because that happens. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? So she got a lot of stress that she dealing with this mentality of this dude she got the kid by, the other dude she got the kid by. Your daddy may not even be doing right at all, so everything that you got through and succeeded through, she did totally on her own.
Right.
So she's stressed and, you know what I'm saying, wore the hell out by the time she get home, so she really don't even have the mental capacity and emotional capacity to even deal with any of that.
Yeah. Facts.
So then that speaks into next, well, how do we alleviate some of that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From her. You know what I'm saying? Or how did she, not me or we, but, because that's something she has to work on her own. How did she even get through to alleviate any of that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I 100% understand.
it's a lot. It's a lot that go into that. It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
It really is. Man, I just thank you, Rebel. Them questions were good.
Yes, sir.
They were on
Great
point
questions,
this
sir, for
week.
sure.
I love
Appreciate
this.
it.
I love this segment. I would definitely want to keep that going because you always have some great, insightful questions. And please send me a beat so we could use.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I want to get that going. All right.
I like Talk Lib Quality just to get by.
You said what?
That's what I was using.
Okay, here's the thing.
That's what you can totally use it because it's not being used for profit. It's not being used for any promotional gain for profit. We're not personally using it as a intro for any type of
I know, but it's copyrighted music though.
This is a radio show that is syndicated and is licensed and can legally play.
He pays ASCAP and they still shut down shit. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to Just. He'll tell you he pays their ass and BMI and they still you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You get what we talking about. Baby. This is America, man. Dude, this shit fucked up. You know what I mean? So shit.
But legally, they should not be doing that. Legally, they cannot shut down or take down anything or restrict or mute anything that's being done. They cannot do that.
You're right, especially when you fucking paying it like justice. It's
Exactly.
like it's so fucking goofy and backwards. And shout out to Lib Kweli. I want to say Quality, that album by him. I think that was his second solo record. It was the second or first. I think it was his first. Yeah, it was his first solo record. His first one was with High Tech. It was with Most. That for the price of that was probably the best quality I've ever paid for $10. I paid $10 for that fucking CD at Circuit City in fucking 2000 when that bitch came out. That motherfucking album was perfect. Like Talib, you killed it. Talib Kweli is one of my favorite MCs ever. Quality is that's a perfect album. So yeah, go ahead and listen.
Not to go off into another tangent, but me and my wife were actually just talking about this a couple days ago. Kids today never understand what it means to actually have to go and spend money on a album and not know when you purchase it whether or not it was good.
Man,
we'll never know.
Wow, that's
at their fingertips every day. You can go through every song you want to decide if you want to keep listening to an album. We had to go pay our money and hope that based on the singles we heard on the radio, that the rest of this tape was gonna slap.
Well, you know what though? You're right. But if you remember, and I know Rebel remember this, motherfucking Nobody Beats the Wiz. Y'all didn't have that here, but Nobody Beats the Wiz in New York and in Connecticut. They had that. They had it where you could actually go to the motherfucker, put the headphones on, and listen to the whole. But that didn't come till goddamn Machiavelli came out.
No.
You know
I know that.
So,
I'm saying it was later. A spot. Was it?
No, sorry, he was doing that back in the 80s.
It wasn't the same name, but it was.
Oh, and Street Side did it. Street Side did that here.
No, but not even Street Side. Was it Sam Goody? Was that the other?
Yes, because I worked at Street Side. Well, I didn't move here till 01. I don't mean to cut you off, but Street Side did it here. Some places did do that though, fam. Yeah, you got to remember that. You could listen to the record for you.
I think Sam Goody was the other one that used to be in the malls where you could put
Strawberry, Sam Goody,
put the headphones on and listen to the previews.
Sam Goody, you could do it. And then the main, what was the main one? FYE. Remember FYE?
Yeah.
Galleria, that mug used to.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah, they had that.
We taking it real far back now at this point.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that buying CDs was a shit. But all right, this week's marijuana minute. Shit, I should have did it before the beat drop. I ain't got much time. All right, look. What is it? State legal cannabis sales top 30 billion in 2024, projected to reach 34 billion in 2025. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Right on.
It was
And
a no-brainer.
Like always, our news is brought to us by Normal. Thank you, Normal, for always doing your thing. Austin Police Chief says officers are unlikely to begin citing or arresting minor marijuana violators despite a recent appellate, whatever it means, court ruling striking down the city's voter-approved depenalization ordinance. Yeah, so the what is it? The government in Austin is trying to scale back what the people voted for, but the police chief says no, we're not gonna pull them over. We're not gonna arrest them. Largest ever study finds cannabis provides benefits for those with sleep apnea. So we knew that. Also, June 3rd, it looks like in New York they're having a rooftop bash. What is it? That's going to be June 3rd, 5:30 p.m. in the city. Check out normal.com, get some information.
Shit, maybe the Knicks will be in the finals when this going on.
Shut up, man. Shut up. All right, now this one I like. This one I like right here. Now this has always been a rumor, right? I saw this. I had to talk about this one. This has been a rumor for hellas. Let's see what y'all think about this. Cannabis use has no study finds cannabis use has no significant adverse effect on sperm mobility. Boston, Massachusetts. Men who use cannabis do not have lower sperm counts, according to the data published in the scientific journal Andrology. I don't know. Shit. I don't know what scientific journal that was, and you can probably Google it. Researchers affiliated with Boston University School of Public Health assessed semen samples from a representative cohort of 921 male subjects. That's a lot. 23% of whom currently consume cannabis. Investigators reported no significant difference in sperm concentration, volume, or mobility in cannabis consumers versus non-consumers.
In fact, you had almost 1,000 dudes over here jacking off in the cup. It's crazy. It took that many people. It took that many people. It took that many people.
They needed
Close to 1,000 dudes.
What's the word? Sample size. That's
Sample
what
size,
That's what
yeah.
I was trying to think of earlier when you was talking about the Lakers and what. Damn, I said the wrong name.
It took damn near
games
1,000
in the regular
dudes to
season.
come over
Sample
here
size.
and shoot their jizz in a cup.
They had to have a good.
Come on, man.
Had to have a good sample size. All right, look. And that's this week's.
That's crazy, bro. Oh, wow. That's Diddy-like, man.
That's funny as hell.
Diddy like.
Come on, man.
Stupid as fuck. All right, this dude. All right, so before we get out of here, but we got a few more minutes. What has shocked y'all the most so far in these playoffs? Because I want to go through each series, but we ain't got time. But what has shocked y'all the most?
I would say the way in which Indiana beat Cleveland.
For real, talk about it.
I thought Indiana was good coming into the playoffs. I thought they had a puncher's chance against Cleveland. I didn't think they was gonna carve them up like that.
Yeah, they.
Cleveland looked like they had no heart by the time it was over with. My man Max Strusser hit the group text and then went 0 for 9. Like,
Don't show it. Rebel, he literally texted his
My
teammates,
man
don't
said,
show up
yeah.
to work today if you ain't ready to work.
Yeah,
Or you
if
don't
you-
believe we gonna win.
yeah, if you don't believe, don't show up.
he went
And my
0 for
man
what?
went out there and went 0 for 9. 0 for 9 was just out there on his Tony Snell, just getting cardio
So
in.
glad we ain't go out like that. Fuck that.
Man, y'all went out at the crib too, had the lead and blew it. Come on, Cleveland.
Yeah, they play like the
they
McDonald. They
lost
play
the
like a
line.
McDonald League team.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Hell
Yeah, they play like a McDonald League
like
team.
they're sponsored by the local fast food team.
Yeah. You know, in the high school, you go to McDonald games. Yeah, it was one of them Jones.
yeah.
What was yours, Rebel?
I've been thoroughly surprised by the whole thing, to be honest.
I feel you.
I've been surprised and shocked at a lot.
It's been a great playoff.
It
has.
has.
It's been so good.
It has.
Like you really cannot from the first round to the second round.
Yeah,
from
for
this
me,
series,
there's not really one defining moment where I'm like,
Man.
that was it. Like I've enjoyed watching because I've had a lot more time to watch it this year than I have, before.
man,
But I've been thoroughly enjoying all of it,
it's been so good.
Yeah, because basically, besides both of the
especially
the
game,
1
the
versus
last
8
series.
seeds, like you had compelling moments in every series. Even when we lost in 5 games, it was entertaining to watch.
Right, it was.
Like
It was.
You had Denver and the Clippers.
Oh, that was the best one. That was the best one.
That series was crazy. Hell, the Knicks and Pistons was crazy.
Pistons got got screwed out of the game.
Yeah,
they owed the game.
But you had a lot of compelling series the whole way. Of course, you hate the injury like to Steph and JT, but
oh god. Yo, real talk, and just pause.
Yeah.
Yo, praying for a super 100% recovery for greatest shooter ever in Steph Curry and
Absolutely.
greatest Celtic that we have on this team, Jason Tatum, STL's own, who actually takes care of the crib, unlike multi-millionaire basketball players that come from last name rhymes with Sleal. What is it?
never misses an opportunity. Bro.
Sleal, there it is. So shout out to him. Go ahead, bro. Are you done?
Oh, just a quick update. 60-46, OKC is up at halftime.
There you go. 60-46. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, if you're supposed to be taking series, the thing to me with that series, it shouldn't even win 7. OKC, you should have won that. You should have won that goddamn game 3.
So
you should have won that game 3.
This goes back to what I said
Like,
about
in
Minnesota
Denver,
earlier,
like,
where I
fuck
said that I thought that they might win the West. OKC is still, it's like, if it's not Shea, man, it gets shaky late in games.
I
bro.
feel you.
So that's the only reason I would look at OKC differently now than when the playoffs first started.
Let's throw it out there too. Since definitely next time we see each other, we're gonna be deep into the conference finals. So, what? Who do you have, Josh?
Going to the finals?
Going to, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Knicks.
Give me Western Conference final and give me like winner of that in how many games and then finals.
If put it like this, I think Minnesota beats whoever wins today.
Okay.
I think Minnesota probably, if it's OKC, I think they win it in like 6 or 7. It's gonna be a long series, but I think Minnesota can pull that off.
Right.
And in the East, I got the Knicks in 7.
Wow. Okay, Knicks is 7. That's bold. Okay, who you got winning it all?
If it's Knicks T-Wolves,
That's who you say is, huh?
I think I'm gonna take the Knicks.
Wow.
I think to me, because
we sure gonna remember this.
they were 2 and they were 2.5
You gonna
minutes
have to.
away from being up 3-1 with Jason Tatum in the game. If they can beat the Celtics, they can beat anybody.
That's a good call. Even though we was dealing with injuries this year. Come on, Rebel. Who you got in these conference finals and then going to the next level, winning and give me games too.
These guys.
Wow. Okay.
That's who I'm riding with.
They're gonna beat them they're gonna beat Indy in what?
6.
Wow. I totally disagree. We could put money on that.
6.
All right, bet.
You got Indy going to the finals?
I got fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not mad at the pick. I think having home court is going to be a real advantage to the Knicks.
Yeah, the Knicks do have home court, but again, they don't. Go ahead.
I mean, I think OKC gonna win this. Minnesota gonna knock them off, and it's gonna be NY Minnesota.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
It
Consider
is,
they
with
had
that
to trade. Yeah.
Like that's
I
wild.
think
That's
it's gonna
crazy.
be NY Minnesota.
Minnesota and OKC. What do you got that in? How many games?
6.
6. Okay.
6.
Yeah. All right. Bet. All right, that's a bet. And then you got Knicks and what? Knicks versus Minnesota.
7.
7. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's a
Hey,
bet.
I ain't gonna lie, Ant in the Garden for the finals, that could be lit, man.
Oh my God.
That could be lit, man. I'm just saying.
That could be. That's gonna be sick as fuck.
Well, I ain't trying to get too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, true. I feel.
But
you.
I'm just saying,
that's what you call.
If the prediction goes as we said,
Yeah.
I think that is going to be a very.
That's what I want to see.
Because I
we
think you're
about to
gonna
end
get
it, just don't cut it.
you're gonna have two fan bases that's really gonna be live in those games, bro.
You ain't lying.
Live.
Man, I 1,000,000% agree with y'all. I think I really think I'm not going to front, man. I think it's going to be. I disagree with y'all on the east on the East Coast. I think it's really going to be Indy. Indy is hungry. They're pissed from last year. They've rested. That's the one thing that they got over the Knicks. I think two things they got over the Knicks. I think they're more healthy and they got more rest. I think they got that over the Knickerbockers. So I got Indy in 6. Yeah, I said it. Indy in 6. I got if it's. I think it's going to be. We all think Denver is done, which they shouldn't even be in the game 7. So Minnesota and OKC. Yeah, I don't know if OKC's ready to go to the next round. Yeah, I got Minnesota in 6. I got Minnesota in 6, and then wow, Minnesota versus the Pacers for the championship.
I ain't gonna lie. If that was
Jesus, that's crazy. I
if
can't
they-
believe I just said that.
if that were to be the
Jeez.
matchup, I would take Minnesota.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just said Minnesota winning a championship, man.
Hey, sometimes it happens, man.
Wow, it
Sometimes
does.
happens.
And another game 7 I meant to talk about that I'm mad we didn't. I can't believe Florida let the Maple Leafs get this thing back. So it's game 7 of Florida versus Toronto tonight. Toronto ain't been in the game 7. I don't know when the last time.
Yeah.
Let Florida win 3 straight games in this series to get back in it because they went up 2-0 on their ass. Wow, Toronto, you're playing weird, but I want to see Toronto win. Fuck Florida. Florida's killed my Bruins. So Toronto, do your thing. Can't remember the last time your ass got out the second round of Stanley Cup playoffs. Anyway, were they in the second or they still in the first round? No, they're in the second round. They're in the second round. So I've never seen you get out the second round. So
Quick